What's good, everyone? The day is finally here. A lot of y'all been requesting that I do my own podcast, and I told y'all I got y'all. Just give me a minute and I deliver. And I'm happy to present to y'all Sensational Talk, the podcast. Now, without further ado, episode 1, Sensational Talk. And I'm joined by my lovely guest today, Alie Baba. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for showing up. So, how you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I'm excited. This is something new for me. I know it's something new for you.
It's definitely new for me. A little nervous, but it's the first,
same.
so we'll work out the kinks, you know. So introduce yourself to the world. Tell us a little bit about you, where you from, your background.
Yeah. So hey everyone, I'm Alie Baba. So if you don't follow me already, do it now. At Alie Baba, that's AL13BABA. A little bit about me. Born in New York, raised in Orlando, Florida. Grew up very much tomboy-like. If you would have told me 20 years ago where I would be today, I would laugh at you in your face. Nails, hair, makeup was not my thing. Very much into sports. Not at all dance. As much as I love dance, I never did it growing up. So when I had the opportunity to start dancing, 3 years ago, it literally changed my life for the better, believe it or not.
So what got you into dancing?
A few years ago, a friend of mine from high school, we actually reconnected at Cycle Bars, which is like a workout place. We ran into each other and she had told me about these twerk classes. And I was like,
not the twerk class.
The twerk classes. She's like, hey girl, I saw this. I think she saw it on Instagram. And she's like, I want to go take this twerk class, but I'm nervous. I don't want to go by myself. I was like, yeah, girl, I'll go with you. And I absolutely fell in love. Didn't know nothing about 5, 6, 7, 8, following choreography, none of that. And I went the first day. I was lost. Looked like a chicken with her head cut off.
Yo, listen, I'm a black man who can't dance. I can't dance. I can't swim.
Really?
I don't.
You can't swim.
Can't swim.
Oh my God.
I know that's a stereotype. Black people don't swim, but I can't swim. I can't dance. Most black people could dance. I can't dance.
No rhythm.
No rhythm.
Have you tried?
If you catch me at the club, I'll never get off the wall. You can't.
You can't 5, 6, 7, 8.
No, I don't even know what that is. What is that? 5, 6, 7, 8. What is that?
When they count you in to start the choreography.
No, is that like double dutch?
5, 6, 7, 8, and then you start.
No. I used to jump double dutch, and okay. That's how we counted it. You know,
that's rhythm. You need rhythm to jump.
You don't need that much. Jump up and down?
You need rhythm for double dutch. You got to know. Did you jump in?
I jumped in. I was pretty good at jumping in. What is your? I guess I was. What is your main type of dancing? Like I would go on YouTube and look up like how to dance bachata and merengue and salsa.
Oh,
and
I
can't
do all
get
of that. I can teach you.
They teach that in
bachata,
the class where you at?
1, 2, 3.
See, here you go with this counting. I don't get the count. I don't.
Everything has counts, and that's the thing. You don't need to count when it comes to dance. You just got to feel it. It's literally like in your soul.
I don't feel it. I'm numb. I don't.
Oh.
Unless I'm drunk, right? Then
okay.
I got to be fully drunk to be on a dance floor, because then when I'm not drunk, I know that the world exists. If I get drunk, nothing matters because I don't care. At the end of the day, I'm going to say I'm drunk. I don't care. That's how I look when I'm dancing.
Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8.
I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is.
But so I started dancing 3 years ago, believe it or not. 3 years ago already. Wow.
Question, right? So you being on the thicker side of the spectrum, a lot of people assume that when you're bigger, you're not able to move like someone who's smaller. I know that's bullshit because I've seen your videos and I've seen a couple other videos like that. So how do you feel about people who think that thicker women can't move?
I mean, I would say it's all within yourself. I'm not going to say it's not harder because it is a little bit more difficult to do some of the same dance moves that the smaller girls can do, but you're only holding yourself back if you think you can't move like someone else because of your size.
I mean, you're definitely light on your feet. I've seen the videos.
I mean, it's an illusion for sure.
Is it? So how I first discovered you, I do these little segments on my TikTok and my Instagram where I stitch women, and a bunch of people were tagging me in your videos and sending me a video. So I'm like, okay, who's this? All right, let me post it, whatever. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you saw it, when you saw it. I know I posted it on TikTok first, and then I posted it on Instagram because I got started on Instagram.
On Instagram first. I
Right.
didn't see it
so
on TikTok.
When you see something like that, like, what is your initial reaction? Because I never know when I do these videos if women, are going to get offended, or if they, no one has been offended yet, to be fair, but you never know. Someone may be like, oh, I didn't give you consent to do that, which I respect. But, I feel like I'm promoting them in a good light.
Right. Honestly, my initial reaction, I thought it was funny. I just posting my dance videos, I'm not expecting a reaction from men, women, or anyone. I just post it as a way to literally track my journey through dance. So, and I know a lot of it comes from me being a bigger girl and being able to move so fluidly or so effortlessly, as people say, that when I do get a reaction like that, it's almost like, oh my God, what's the word for it?
Take your time. You got it.
Not that I need any validation, but it almost like solidifies that, like, okay, I'm actually doing something right, if that makes sense. Like,
No,
I'm
it makes total sense.
making a difference by literally just being me, being free in the dance world, and just showing people, like, you literally can do anything if you put your mind to it and ignore what the outside has to say. So then when seeing somebody validate what you're doing as like, oh, wow, that's sexy or empowering, or like, look at her confidence, it's like, okay, I'm doing something right.
Now, have you gone through your comments and come across like negativity on your posts?
All the time. All the time. You see people saying, oh, look at that whale, or
that's
the
a
cows,
common one.
And it's just like, okay, whales are beautiful. I love cows. If anyone who knows me, anytime we're on the road and I'm in the car, especially if I'm a passenger princess, I'm like, oh my God, look at the cows. They're so pretty. So like, to call me a cow, yeah, they're beautiful creatures, go for it.
Like for example, when I posted first that I was going to have you on the podcast, I sent you a screenshot.
You did.
Of that guy that said, what did he say? What the fuck is so sensational about this whale?
Yeah.
Like, I never understand the energy behind that.
I don't either.
People don't realize it's so much easier to be nice. Like, it takes no effort to just look away. If you don't like something, then just don't. I've never had the desire to disrespect anybody unless they did something to me.
Right. I was going to say, wait a minute. Hold on.
No, I'm just saying, these women be online and they're just trying to live their best life, whether they dancing or, even the women who get their body done and they trying to show it off. These guys act like they never tried them in their DM. I think because a lot of these guys, they can't obtain women like this. The mechanism that they fall back on is, when kids were in kindergarten and you were mean to the girl,
right,
if you liked her, and that worked, but that don't work as an adult.
Right.
That I don't know.
No, I hear you. Yeah, I think what it is too is that, I've had it done to me even in the past where men would try to hit on me and I'm just like not interested, and then like, oh well, you fat and ugly anyways. Like, okay, so then why did you? I'm confused.
I feel like that's the same thing that when well, maybe it's a little different, but like when when you with someone, a guy's with a woman and then they're not together no more, they'd be like, oh, well, you got a little dick anyway. Okay,
yeah,
you're trying to highlight this girl who's thick. She don't highlight you, then oh, fuck you, you fat bitch.
Yeah.
Like it's fake because
Yeah.
a minute you was about to eat it like groceries a minute ago. But I don't know. I feel like I want to say everybody experiences that, but I feel like thicker women experience it more.
For sure. For sure.
Do you feel like, or why do you feel like men are ashamed to be with bigger women in public? Because there's a lot of men who would mess with bigger women, but only at night. In this day and age, why do you think men still are ashamed?
They're not men. They're little boys. To be honest, that's a little boy like conception that you don't talk. Like growing up, you always, oh, that's the fat girl, or like you would make fun of the fat girl. So why would you date a fat girl? Like that's not cool, I would assume. And so what happens is these boys don't grow up into men, because a man they like what they like, whether they like them slim, they like them thick, they like them big. It doesn't matter what anyone thinks about you. If you like what you like, you like what you like. It's that little boy mindset where it's like, oh, don't date the fat girl or don't talk to the fat girl. It's a joke,
I don't know. I've always like struggled with like self-image and what people thought about me. It wasn't until I got older that I realized that I really don't give a fuck about anybody's opinion. Like whoever I want to date, like if you really mess with me, you're gonna support me for whoever I want to deal with.
Right.
And it took me a very long time to be comfortable within myself. Even nowadays, like when I post videos and I say, hey, this guy got a great physique. Like even back then, I would worry about people saying, oh, you're gay. Mm-hmm. But I'm at the point where I don't care. Like I'm gonna post what I want. People are beautiful. I don't have to be sexual with a man to say, yo, this guy, he's worked hard for that. But he's like, I admire, great physiques because but people are weird. I don't get it.
People are weird. I mean, it's just like, I used to say growing up that how could a man not see another man to be ugly or cute? If somebody's attractive, if somebody's not attractive. Doesn't matter if you're straight, gay. I think that's irrelevant. Like as a straight woman, I can admit when I see a beautiful woman, that doesn't mean I want to eat her pussy, but I can admit that, oh, wow, that's a beautiful woman, You
know what's wild, though? When women can do stuff that we can't do, right? Women could be together and be like, girl, you look good, and then smack her girlfriend on the ass.
Yeah, of course.
I can't see my man and be like, yo, you dress fine, and then just grab him by the dick. I can't do that. It just, I don't know why I can't do that.
It might be a little different. It might be a little different.
But why is it different? Not saying that I'm trying to be out here grabbing dicks.
I mean, hey, do you?
But no one bats an eye at that when women do it. Like a woman will fluff another woman's breasts up and it'll be like nothing.
All the time.
I fluff my boy's booty up and it's like, you gay. And it might be. I don't know. But it's
double standard.
It is. It's crazy. You've gained a pretty large following on social media. On TikTok, I believe you're over 600,000. On Instagram, over 100,000. When you started your TikTok,
for me at least,
were your first videos dancing? Was it dancing from the jump? Because mine were different.
No, my very, very first video on TikTok was the red light challenge, the silhouette challenge.
Oh, I remember. That was a good challenge.
It was a flop for me.
It was a flop. It didn't work.
It did not do numbers, no. And honestly, I got into TikTok because my cousin, both of them, they were like, you need to make a TikTok. You need to do this challenge. You'll body it, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, what? Red lights? I had my husband set up all the red lights in his game room. I didn't know there was a filter. I don't know social media.
You know what's wild? I didn't realize that you didn't have to set up red lights.
Yeah, I didn't
Some
either.
of these challenges, I'm a bit
We
old.
changed light bulbs and everything. We did the most, and it didn't do numbers.
These kids know things that I don't know. Again, I'm 42 years old, so I'm like,
oh, you up there?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm an old head, but I think I'm aging well.
I mean,
but I didn't realize that it's like a filter for everything. We trying to do too much.
That part.
It's not even about changing light bulbs. Like
right.
I didn't realize because
I didn't know there was a filter.
I tried to do it to be funny and I just couldn't figure it out, so I left it alone.
I didn't know how to add the audio. When I tell you, it probably took 2-3 hours to figure out how to post this 10-second video. I was dedicated. I was like, I'm going to do this. Maybe I'll go viral. Because, back then even now, everybody wants to go viral. And I posted it and I probably got 20 views. I was like, okay, maybe this is not it for me. And I had already started, I had been dancing at that point, maybe a month or two. And I was like, you know what? Let me post my dance videos. I haven't posted this. And I look lost. Again, I didn't know what I was doing. Didn't make eye contact with the camera, forgetting the choreography.
Could you dance before dance class?
I had rhythm, of course. But again, learning choreography, I had no idea what that
Define rhythm. What's rhythm? You had rhythm.
I move with the music. I
can move with the music. My feet, my upper half just don't, it don't coordinate with my bottom half.
Yeah, no, I'm coordinated for sure. Very much coordinated. But as far as like retaining the choreography, like remembering what comes next was just like looking around, like, damn, what are we doing? Okay, trying to catch on and just, I don't know, going with the flow of the class, I guess. But I had never taken a dance class before. How about you come take a dance class with me?
Ooh.
Come take a dance class and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Whoa.
They're beginner friendly for sure.
Yeah, I'm not trying to have nobody laugh at me. I'm going to be I can't move. Like, I'm stiff.
Nobody's looking at you, to be honest.
I'm stiff. Yo, you think so?
Nobody. Well, you're 6'7".
They're not looking at you, so I'm just non-existent in the class.
If you come and take a dance class, everybody's focused on themselves and focused on getting the dance or just, learning to grow in that environment that they're not looking at like, oh, wow, that person sucks over there. Oh, wow, that person's way better than me. Let me go home. Like, no, we're there to grow on ourselves. And I think that's what's so eye-opening when I started taking these dance classes, because growing up, it was always like, oh, why are you wearing that? Oh, somebody's going to look at you and say you didn't look at yourself in the mirror before you went out. And it's just like, now as an adult, nobody's looking at you. Nobody's judging you. Only those who are self-conscious or low self-esteem or not confident with themselves are breaking down the next guy. But if you're there for yourself, you're there to grow. You're not looking at the next person if they're dancing better or worse. So come take a dance class. Yeah. 5, 6, 7, 8.
We'll see how that goes. Let me ask you though, when I see your videos, who's filming you?
Depends. Some classes, there's a videographer that comes in. Other times it's just a classmate. Like we take turns on our phones and switch out.
The videos are pretty good. Those are shot on camera or iPhone?
Some are on iPhone, some are on camera. So the one that you did your little stitch to was on a camera. There's his name is Hello, I'm Luke, or I think that's his Hello, I'm Luke. His name is Luke. So Luke is really good on camera.
So he stays there.
Well, the choreographers have to hire the videographers, or sometimes we have to pay for our own videos. But
when you go to class, how many times a week you go to this class?
Just depends. On a good week, I can take 3 to 4 dance classes, sometimes back-to-back classes. Typically on a Wednesday, I'll take 2 to 3 classes back-to-back. That's a good day.
So when you go, is it new choreographed dances every time you go, or you working on something that you were working on already the week?
Some choreographers, their classes are structured to where you learn it one week, go home, practice, and then you come back and film the following week. Other classes, you literally are learning the choreography within like 30, 45 minutes, and then you're filming the last 10, 15 minutes. So it really depends on which class. But majority of the times, it's same day choreography. Majority of the videos that I post are same day choreography, if that makes sense. So classes either hour and a half. I come in, we stretch, we learn the choreo piece by piece, run it back multiple times. So I think it's funny when people try to hate comments like, oh, look, she's out of breath already. Yeah, I've been in here for an hour and 20 minutes running it back to back to back. And then they're like, okay, get your phones. Yeah, I'm out of breath. I didn't just, pick up the choreography like this and then film it, it's a workout. It's literally like being in the gym and,
When I posted the stitch on my page, there was some like really disgusting comments. I mean, it's 100% more love than hate, but it was, you find the same stupid. It's over. These are like habitual commenters. Like they'll say the same shit. The whale, the cow, like it's old already. I never understand the energy behind that. And it always comes from accounts to where you click on it. It's like no followers.
No
it's
picture.
a picture of a cartoon or no picture. I feel like if you're going to do that, just stand on business. Like show who you are if you want to do that. Like don't, like, it makes no sense to me.
Yeah. And when I first started social media, you know, when I did get a couple viral videos, and back then, I don't know if they really were considered viral, but like one of my first viral videos was 40,000 views. And I was like, okay. But then
That's what I was going to ask you. Like, what was your first?
It was definitely a twerk class, because the first probably year and a half, I was only in twerk classes. I'd never did a heels class until 2022, I think. But yeah, the hate comments, like I would literally cry. I would delete and block. Like I literally was like, wow, people could be really mean. And I didn't even bother clicking on their page, seeing who they were, responding, clapping back. 'Cause I'm very witty. I can be, you know, quick with my words, but at that time it's just like, that's not where my energy was. And it's still not. I don't give them the attention that they're looking for. It's definitely...
Oh, sometimes I definitely do. Sometimes I feel like I got time today. Because sometimes they need a little, sometimes you got to clean them up a little bit.
I can't. I don't know. I've done it a couple times and my videos will get taken down for bullying, especially on TikTok.
Oh, TikTok, forget about it.
Yeah.
Forget about it.
But it's just like, wow, these people can be mean to me. But if I clap back, it's like, nope, you're in the wrong. So now I don't even bother. But now I know that those people are just miserable. And what is it? Misery needs company?
Misery loves company.
That part.
It does. I like to give out lashings because some people need it. Some people, and I guess it surprises them because they like, oh, this guy has a big following. There's no way he gonna see my comment. Oh, I see them all.
See them all.
People don't realize I don't respond to all of them because
there's no time.
It's not enough time in the world. But sometimes I make time for these wonderful individuals, especially like when I posted my daughter and that lady had terrible comments. Like my followers canceled her. Like I'm pretty sure she has a new account by now, but they mass reported her, and that account is no longer existing.
I definitely have. I don't even know what to call them, but I do have a strong group of people who stand behind me and will clap back for me.
They will. The people, especially when they mess with you, they you don't got to do anything. All you got to do is like what I call, like when somebody leaves a nasty comment on a young lady. If I post, like when I stitch women, I pin their comment to the top, and then people will comment under that. Oh wow, you got the pin of shame. Mm-hmm. RIP to your notifications, because you know people gonna keep commenting like, yo, you.
I've had it on mine too, where I pinned a comment and then I posted it in my close friends, and they let her have it, but she's like, oh, see, my ultimate goal was to get attention, and I got that. Okay, but you still only have like 300 followers. You didn't gain any views. Like, I don't know what you thought you were gonna get from this, but
and a lot of them they do it for attention, and sometimes they get us because they like, aha, it worked. And you know, to some people it don't matter what kind of attention it is. Good attention, bad attention, just like they say with publicity. Good publicity or bad publicity is still good publicity because they talking about me. Right. But I don't want nobody to be talking about me in a bad light. Right. So I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. That's why I just 90% of the time they get blocked. You're not getting my attention.
What video was it that really went for you? Like your biggest video?
Oof. Well, to be honest, my biggest video was not dance related at all.
What was it?
It was a video of my dog throwing a squirrel on me. I don't know if you ever seen that video.
Throwing a squirrel? No,
my dog threw a squirrel on me and it got 16 million views.
Damn.
I make money off of that video now. I sold it and I get royalties off of that video. I
didn't know that was a thing. You could sell your videos?
It is very much a thing. Yeah, I had companies reaching out to me left and right, wanting to buy it for X amount of dollars. We'll offer you this percentage, split or whatever.
I've never seen that video.
I had to negotiate, and yeah, I just got paid 2 days ago from that video. And that happened, I want to say 2021 or 2022.
You gotta walk me through this video. I mean, I'm gonna look at it after anyway. Yeah, but how did your dog throw a squirrel on you?
So, we let him out in the front yard, and he stays in the yard. But you know, squirrels are outside, and he's a hunting dog. He's actually a lab hound mix. And so whenever he sees a squirrel, he goes after them. Well, these squirrels were playing tag, and one of them decided to cross the street coming towards our house.
The squirrels were playing tag?
Yeah, well, I don't know if they were playing tag, but they were definitely chasing each other. And when it ran across the street, he saw the squirrel, and the way it was running to where he was running, he caught it, and it was just shaking it, and I had to run after him. This is all in my yard.
The squirrel was alive?
Not afterwards, no.
Ooh. Threw a dead squirrel at you.
I was yelling at my dog to drop it, and he flung it, and it landed on my shoulder. You have never seen this video?
I've never seen that video.
So many people have seen this video and didn't know it was me until I was like, yeah, that's me.
Are you visible in the video?
I'm very much visible in my garage camera.
Your face?
Yeah, my whole body, everything.
I've never seen it. But you don't have this video pinned, though. A lot of people pin.
No, it wasn't. It used to be, but not anymore. But I can find it fairly quickly.
My first viral video was me crying because
crying
because
are you okay?
No, I was okay. But I was crying. You know, I do these video reactions where, depending on what it is and the type of cry, if I'm stitching a video with a woman and like, you know, she's just like, the body is body. I'm like,
I've seen those videos.
And I'm crying like, sensational.
Yeah.
Right. But this guy, he was in a hallway. He turned around. Both his butt cheeks was out. And I just was crying on the video like, why? I didn't want to see that.
Oh, I don't know if I've seen that video.
No, I'll have to pull it up. But that was, I think it did like 8 million views. I'm like,
oh, wow.
I was like, nigga, we made it. But I didn't make it back then.
No. Yeah, well, back then when I had those 16 million views, I maybe had like, I don't know, at that point, because my TikTok grew very quickly. So I had like 50,000, 60,000, maybe even 80,000 followers at that point. I
feel like out of all platforms, I mean, don't quote me, but I feel like TikTok was one of the fastest platforms to grow on. Yes. Now they did whatever. I feel like after that whole thing where the CEO of TikTok went to court. I don't know if you remember that whole thing when he was going to court because they wanted to ban TikTok. Mm-hmm. But ever since then, I feel like the algorithm don't be algorithming no
not
more.
Not at all. My views are low. I've probably lost like 7,000, 8,000 followers, which may not sound like a lot.
No, it's a lot.
But yeah, my views are definitely. It doesn't matter what I'm posting.
It's not you either because I'm like they just shadow banning me, but then I go to accounts that are bigger than mine, like 5 million
less views
followers, and they're like some of their videos aren't even going past like 20,000 views. It's like
that, yeah.
It's like TikTok. Once you follow somebody, it's like you don't see them no more. Like it's weird. I feel like
because now they have the different. Well, and I've noticed too, everybody's TikTok is different. Like some people have stories on TikTok. I don't have stories on TikTok.
I don't do TikTok stories.
But I don't even have access to TikTok stories. That's not even
it's not a feature for you?
It's not a feature for me. It's not.
You know, I realize that some people have stuff that some don't. Because when I first had, they gave me, I think it was 3-minute videos. A lot of people didn't have that. They still had 60-second videos.
Yeah.
I don't know why that is. They just roll it out to certain.
I don't know how they figure it out, but right now, like if I post an old video, because right now the thing is on this day, those get more views than my newer videos that I'm posting.
I see those. Like maybe I'm too old, but I don't understand a lot of these trends now. Yeah, like on this day, or there's a new one right now going around where people are like, for example, I'm tall, so of course I'm going to do this. I'm tall. So you ever seen these videos? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, like I'm a Floridian. Of course I'm going to go to Disney.
Right.
Yeah, I've seen those.
As easy as that trend may be, I was trying to figure it out the other day to do it. And I'm like, Do I say I'm tall and they say things that are true or stereotypes?
Oh, that's a good question.
See, I don't know.
I don't know.
Is it like I'm tall?
Really
of course I play basketball. Or I'm tall. Like I don't.
Do you play basketball?
I used to. I'm washed up. I don't. I'm not good.
I'm good. I used to play basketball.
Right. Sure you are. Okay.
Oh, we can go play. David Buster's.
That's fake basketball. Anybody could be good at that.
We can go to the court.
We're talking about on the courts.
Oh, let's go.
Okay. We'll see.
Let me get my sneakers.
That's
dust them off.
Yo, but it's. I feel like now, and when this whole thing was happening with TikTok, I was all pro TikTok. Like, nah, screw these other places, these other platforms, and now it's like Instagram and Facebook. Like, I feel like that's my home now because it's the views are consistent, the engagement is consistent.
I'm sleeping on Facebook. I have not.
Don't. Another mutual friend of mine. I don't know if you see her videos. Her name is Little Sasson Packet. But she told me, I didn't even know Facebook had Reels. I still thought Facebook was like for nosy family members.
That's what I thought.
That's why I'm like, I'm not putting this on Facebook, even though now at the point, everybody in my family, somebody has sent them a video of me. So they're like, oh, okay, that's my cousin. That's my nephew. So what? What are you showing me?
Yeah.
But Facebook has Reels like Instagram because they're under Meta.
I've seen them, but when you click on them, it takes you back to Instagram.
No.
Oh, it's something different. Then I haven't. I don't really be on Facebook like that, to be honest.
Should.
I should.
You should. Instagram, the engagement, I feel like because I just hit over 1 million on Instagram like this year.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I feel like it means more. I don't know if that makes sense.
No.
Right.
It's harder, in my opinion.
It's harder
to grow on Instagram than it did for me to grow on. I grew on TikTok. It probably took me 2 years to hit 600K, which for some is not a lot. Some people hit millions in 2 years, you know,
right.
But for me, like someone who didn't care for social media, somebody who didn't like posting a lot on social media. I used to think social media was dumb. Like, I don't care that you went out to the vet or like you're going to the mall or like the get ready with me videos. I used to think like I'm not wasting time on social media without realizing you can make money on social media by posting these videos. So when I did start growing and did start gaining a following, I just continued posting. Because again, I never did trends. The first trend I ever did was the silhouette challenge and it was a flop. So I started posting my dance videos. So I grew just by posting dance videos, whether I did the choreography well or if I did it wrong or if I looked lost. It was literally just me posting clips of me in dance class and it was getting numbers. And I think it was just the audience that I was attracting was just an audience that was not used to being seen or not used to feeling beautiful or like confident or like if she can do it, I can do it. So that's the only reason why I kept posting those videos of me in dance class, because it was, one, it was getting numbers, and two, I was reaching an audience that I feel needed to be reached, especially now that plus size women are trendy or viral, and it's just like, no, we're not.
That's wild. I hate when I hear people say, "Oh, like plus size women are in now." Plus size women ain't never been out. I mean,
in the light,
right?
They've never been out, and behind closed doors, yeah.
And there's a lot of closeted plus size women lovers. There's a lot. There's grown men who are still being influenced by that and not living their truth because they're still ashamed. Like I don't get it.
I'm sure it has a lot to do with the upbringing.
Could be
their parents putting something in their head, or them seeing what older people were doing, like, oh, nobody's, everybody in my family is thin, or all the male figures in your family date thin women, and it's just like, it's an image.
I notice a lot of people via social media, they don't believe that the stuff that I say, or they don't believe that it's possible for a man that looks like myself, whatever that is, whether they see me as fit, slim, whatever, to genuinely like someone who's plus size. Like, it's always some kind of excuse. Like, I've heard, oh, it's tax season. That's probably why you with her. What?
I have to pay taxes. I don't even get a tax return. So.
Right. So they're like, he's like, it's wintertime. He's getting him a big joint because it's cold, or it's tax season. He knows she about to come into some income tax money, so let me get with her. Just stupid little immature things like that. It's never, he can't be with her because he thinks that girl's fine as shit. I get DMs from slimmer women. I don't want to say they're hating or shading anybody, but I get these DMs from them saying, so you only post fat bitches? What about us slim goodies? Like, you don't show no love to us? And it's like, first of all, the reference you making, like, oh, these fat bitches, that I'm not okay with that. Second of all, I don't have no problem with slimmer women. I've dated all size women, but the thing is, I'm posting it because that's how I genuinely feel. People want me to post stuff to where I may not feel strongly about it. Like, if thicker women is my preference, then that's my preference. I don't have to. Like, there's so many other Instagram pages out there, so many TikTok pages. You don't go to McDonald's for pizza, right? You go there for pizza. You don't go to the Chinese restaurant for a Happy Meal.
Right.
When you come to my page, you should know what to expect. If you've been following me for a long time, the great thing about social media is you can follow more than one person. Right. Just like you could eat at more than one restaurant. So why are you coming at me like I'm the end all be all? Like, I'm the guy that got to post about everything. I love
women.
Right? All right. But if I'm just posting this, that's because that's what's appealing to me. And people don't get that. It's not that I don't like that. It's just everybody has preference.
Everybody has a preference, and you have a right to your preference.
Not in this world, though.
I guess not.
So where do you see, you already gained a large following on social media. What is your end goal for social media?
I don't know if I have an end goal. When I started social media, I had no idea it would even take a turn for what it's taken a turn to. Like, I didn't think I'd be working with Red Bull or, Fabletics or any of these bigger brands. I just posting my dance videos.
How did that come along? The whole Red Bull thing. And
Red Bull is very much in the dance scene. So Dance Your Style, or Red Bull. Oh my God, what is it called? We'll just stick to Red Bull Dance Your Style. And literally you can dance anything. You have people who do hip hop, people who do Vogue, people who do whacking, or pop and lock, or heels, or, it's literally Dance Your Style. And they loved like what I stood for, my vision, just like how confident I am and how I'm just different. Like, you don't see many plus size dancers, not to say they don't exist, because they're out there. It's just there's not a lot of us, because one, people think they can't do it. I get so many comments, so many DMs. I used to dance, I gained weight, I stopped dancing, but you've given me a light to where I can get back into it because I see you doing it, I can do it too. Or I've always wanted to dance growing up. I was very tomboyish, very into sports, didn't have the opportunity to dance. And it's never too late. It's never too late to start something. So when I had the opportunity to go to their BC One event, it's their breakdancing competition. I just went as just to view. They asked me, can you just come out and see what it's like, as somebody who doesn't dance that style specifically. And they just loved who I was as a person. So then they invited me out to other events. And it's just like, it's great to be seen. Again, I don't need to be validated.
No, that's dope.
But it's like
definitely dope.
Red Bull, like, be for real.
It feels good to be acknowledged. It definitely does.
Feels good to be acknowledged. And then to know, like, I post, hey, I'm going to be at these events, and people show up to meet you and get a picture with you and just tell you, like, hey, you've changed my life. Hey, you've influenced me. You've got me. Whether it's you got up to just start walking again so you can try to get, moving, or whatever it is. it's nice to know that I'm helping people see that their life is more valuable than what their size is or what other people are claiming their life to be.
Absolutely.
Because of whether they're thin, thick, tall, short, it doesn't, your image doesn't matter. Like your image is not going to stop you from doing what you want to do. It's only in your mind. Only you can stop you from doing what you want to do. You
guys inspire people. And getting in social media, I didn't understand why the title influencer was until I did this. And then I realized that you do have influence over people's lives that you don't even know. How does it feel knowing that, you influence people to feel better about themselves?
I still don't consider myself an influencer.
Me either.
I don't at all. Like when people, I see it as them joking with me, like, oh, you're an influencer, oh, you're popular, you're famous, you're a celebrity, like this, that, and the third. And it's like, not at all. Like I probably have influenced a couple people because they message me, they tell me like, hey, I got up and I took a dance class for the first time and I'm 40 something years old. I've run into people in the studio like, hey girl, I saw your videos, been following you for X amount of time. And I decided to show up and it's like, wow, I don't even take hip hop. And it's just like, I took one hip hop class and here you are. Like, what are the odds? It's almost like, what is that? Where the stars align or like it's fate meant to be. Like, I don't take hip hop classes. And I took one and there was a girl there and she came up to me and she was actually a woman, probably like in her 40s or 50s. And she's like, I've never danced before and I've just been watching you and you've inspired me to just show up to the studio and take a class. And I love that because a lot of times we see something, we want to do it. And it's just like, I'm never going to do that. I can't do that. I'm too old. Or,
well, that's me, but not.
You are too old.
Not facts. Facts. But I'll be the guy that's saying I can't do that because I don't feel like I look good aesthetically dancing. Believe me, I've danced a lot in the mirror.
We're gonna get
at home.
We're gonna get you in a dance.
At home, I'll be in front of the TV.
We'll take you to a beginner hip hop.
Listen, there's a woman on TikTok and Instagram. I forget her name, but she draws like these squares on the floor with numbers. Like she puts squares with tape. And even the simplest one, I don't know which one it was, but it was like 1, 2, 3. I couldn't get it.
Oh, you counting 5, 6, 7,
listen,
8.
no. She had 1, 2, 3 on the floor.
Okay.
But I'm like, no, I can't. This ain't for me. There's things I can do.
Yeah.
Dancing and swimming is not these things.
Anyone can dance. So like
no, they can't.
The movie Ratatouille, anyone can cook.
I've seen Ratatouille. Yes.
Anyone can dance. Dancing is literally for everyone.
Can you cook?
I can.
I make great ramen noodles.
No, that don't count.
Yeah, absolutely
like,
it does.
Out of the package?
What do you mean?
Or like ramen, like when
what do you mean?
Out.
First of all, you got to make. Let's be clear. I watch yourself.
You just
now.
boil water and noodles.
Hey, watch yourself now. All right, watch your tone when you talking about how I make. First of all, my ramen is pristine.
You add eggs.
My daughter loves my ramen. No, I'll never disrespect my ramen with any of that.
You just do the water and the
it's
noodles.
Just first of all, you
never
don't put water in ramen.
Oh, you use beef broth or
what?
What do you use? Chicken?
All right, we going
vegetable.
We gonna stay away from this. You disrespecting my ramen right now. Listen, water. Boil the water, drain the water, put the sauce.
Oh, no water.
No water. Who wants soupy ramen?
I thought that's what ramen was.
That's disrespectful. Don't
Soup.
ever put water in ramen.
Soup.
No, it ain't called ramen soup. It's called ramen noodles.
Soup.
No, I've never seen a package that says soup.
Is it ramen noodles or ramen noodles?
I'm pretty sure it's ramen. We're going to go with that. I'm pretty sure it's ramen.
Not Raymond.
No, not Raymond. That's Raymond is Poppy from the block. That's Raymond. But ramen, yeah. What is your favorite type of food to cook?
To cook.
Before you even answer that, what is your background? I don't think you.
Okay, so I'm actually Colombian.
Straight full Colombian.
Both of my parents are from Colombia.
Okay.
I do speak a little Spanish, so I guess revoke my Colombian card real quick.
Is that the main language for Colombia? Spanish?
Yes. South America. So I don't know if you know.
Okay.
I'm not good at maps, but I do know Colombia's in South America.
Have you been there?
I have.
Okay.
When I was 3, so I don't know if that counts.
That don't count. That definitely don't count. It does not count.
I need to go back for sure. But yeah, so I'm technically 100% Colombian. I have not done a 21. What is it?
21 and me. 23 and me.
23 and me.
It's definitely something to me.
The DNA test. So I don't know what that mix is, but yes, mainly Colombian. Born in New York, raised in Orlando. I think I mentioned that. And so I'm very Americanized for sure. But I do love, now if we're talking about Colombian dishes, I do love pan de bono. It's like a Colombian cheese bread. Oh my God. It's so good.
It's no meat?
No.
I need some meat in there. I need meat in there.
Empanadas, beef, chicken, cheese, however you like it. There's a really, really big plate. I'll take you to a Colombian restaurant. It's called bandeja paisa. And it's, you have your, like avocado, rice, beans, egg, arepa, chorizo.
See, now I don't know what it is. I know what chorizo is.
Like, it's just, oh my God, it's just so good. I'm sure I'm forgetting stuff in there. But
do you cook these Colombian dishes, though?
Don't. I know how to make pan de bono.
Oh my God.
I know how to make arepas from scratch.
What is that? Arepas?
Arepas like cornmeal. It's like the big flat. It looks like a pancake, but it's like, and you put cheese or meats. I'm sure you've seen like the Venezuelan style where it's like a sandwich. You've never had arepas?
Never.
Bro, where are you living? We got food trucks here and everything in Orlando.
I go to the food trucks.
Right. How you haven't had an arepa?
I go to the I think it's
on 192.
Right, but I think is this Salvadorian food? I don't know.
Oh, like the pupusas.
But I get I've eaten pupusa before,
yeah,
and
it's El Salvadorian.
I don't know what this food is. I don't know if it's Salvadorian, but it's called lomo saltado.
Nope.
You don't know what that is?
I don't know what that is.
I'll say it's like steak, rice, and then French fries.
French fries.
Yeah, it's good. It's very good. You should try it.
French fries.
Yeah, listen. I don't make it. I just eat it.
Now, as far as like what I can cook just about anything. Rice, beans, chicken, chuleta, steak, ribs. I don't know. I mean, everything. Burgers, hot dogs. I don't know. Like I can, whatever anybody asks for, I can make it.
Yeah, cooking has never been my strong suit.
Oh.
I mean,
it's giving takeout every day.
It's not giving takeout. If it's giving takeout every day, if it's meat, right?
McDonald's.
McDonald's.
I do love me some pizza. Now, if it's like, what do I want to go out to eat? Pizza and wings all the time.
How you feel about pizza with pineapples on it?
No.
You know, there's a big debate online whether pizza is good with pineapples on it or not.
Pretty boring. I love cheese pizza.
No, I don't want no pineapples on it. I'm against it, but people
I don't want
swear
pineapples.
by it.
I don't want pepperoni. I don't want bacon. I don't want sausage. I don't want nothing. I want cheese, not extra cheese.
The extra cheese is always fake. I don't like extra cheese.
It's like rubbery. No, I just want.
I do pepperoni. I do
pizza.
sausage. I do that.
I'll do sausage, not pepperoni. If I had to choose, it would be if I had to put a topping, it would be sausage. But I prefer cheese pizza, stuffed crust.
So I got
Papa John's.
I got a couple questions that people send in. So let me.
Can I phone a friend?
Phone a friend.
Is this like I Want to Be a Millionaire? What is that show called? Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
We'll see. I'm not.
I mean, I do.
All right, here we go. Can you list 3 instant deal breakers on a first date?
Ooh. 3 instant. Okay, so hypothetically, if I was not married, right?
How long you been married?
We've been married 5 going on 6 years. We've been together 10 going on 11 years.
Would his numbers be the same as yours?
What do you mean numbers?
the years because I was asked that before.
Oh.
And my year is different.
like,
like,
wait,
yeah,
what?
we've been together.
No, yeah, they would be.
6 years. And I'm
I feel
like, I think we were together.
I think his numbers would be more accurate than mine. But no, it should be the same.
My numbers are inaccurate.
My husband knows how long we've been together.
So, yeah, 3 deal breakers on a first date. Ooh. Hypothetically.
Inviting me to your house on a first date.
Oof. That's a deal breaker?
That's a big no. Take me out. We don't got to go to nowhere extravagant.
We talking about like off the rip, or we talking about if he invites you
first
after
date.
He take you out?
Is this not first date question?
Right. But what I'm saying, if you are on the first date, like say he took you out to eat and then he invites you
we're not there
to your house after.
No,
still no. Deal breaker.
Deal breaker. Take me. Okay, so red flags.
That's one.
Splitting the bill. If you invite me out, I expect you to pay.
I agree.
If I invite you out, expect me to pay. That's how I bagged my husband. I invited him out to the movies and paid.
You paid.
I paid for everything. He fell in love.
What movie? I bet you don't even remember. See?
He does.
Yeah, see?
He remembers. I don't.
How was that how you got him and you don't remember the movie?
Because I didn't know that's how I got him. I thought I got him because I bought him a PlayStation.
Oh, that is the key.
I bought him the PS4 for
that
Christmas.
Is a...
Yeah. Anyways, moving on. So red flags. What did I say?
So that's 2 then.
Taking me to your house and splitting the bill. And then just like not having manners. Like when it's time to order your food, if we're out to eat, not saying please or thank you. Like that's a really big one turn off, and 2, like you're rude. So if you can't be respectful to, service people, how you gonna treat me?
For me, if I gotta say what my deal breakers are.
No, I'm kidding.
We're gonna say it anyway.
What are your 3 red flags, deal breakers, whatever we're calling them?
If I find out she smokes cigarettes.
Oh. I smoke cigarettes.
I can't. Oh,
I'm
man.
just kidding. I don't smoke cigarettes.
Man.
I don't. I don't think I ever had. I maybe tried it in high school, but.
People always say, oh, you think everything is sensational. I don't, though. Another deal breaker for me, given you're not always able to see this part of her body depending on the time of year. But any woman I've met, I start from the feet up. If I don't like her feet, I can't. I can't.
Do you like my feet? Hypothetically.
Hypothetically, we can't go there.
Okay.
That's 2. I just can't. I can't move past that. Maybe it's shallow. It's not. It's just. I don't know. I can't.
I'm very shallow.
You don't. You like what you like, and I'm.
Yeah. I think everyone's shallow.
3 for me. Boy, is there a 3?
If she's 6'8".
No, that's fine. Height and width never been an issue for me. It don't matter how wide. It don't matter how tall. Although I've never been with anybody taller than me. Or short. Yeah.
Okay.
So 3. Wow.
Hygiene.
Yeah, hygiene. Or more importantly,
attitude.
Bad breath.
Oh, bad breath. Yeah. I mean, there's gum, mint.
It don't work for some people.
Tic Tacs.
Like, some people it won't work. Some people it won't work. It don't matter. It's just like you got to punch them in the mouth with Listerine. I don't know. It don't work. But that I don't know. Let me see what. Listerine. Some of these questions are just like
out of pocket.
Out of pocket, man.
Go for one. Let's hear at least one of them. We won't at them.
No, we definitely won't. All right, I'll ask it. Being a curvy, beautiful woman, do you feel like you are giving less, do you feel like you are given less chances to be seen as a good woman?
Huh? What does that mean?
I'm reading it as it is.
Right.
Being a curvy, beautiful woman, do you feel like you are given less chances to be seen as a good woman?
So
how I'm interpreting this is
based off of my looks.
I
Right.
guess like,
Or based off of somebody who is a curvy and attractive is giving less of an opportunity to be seen as a good woman because what the image trumps their personality. Is that
that's kind of what I'm getting from it. It don't make a whole lot of sense to me, or maybe it's just me.
I'm not sure. I don't know how to answer that.
I don't know how to read it.
I don't know how to read. Ask my friends. Oh, that's a good one. I mean, I feel like a lot of times people do take looks over personalities. I mean, I have never been in a situation like this, but I know a lot of times people will say, you know, if they're with a man who is either abusive or just disrespectful, oh, well, he has money and he looks good, you know? So I feel like now, as far as the roles being reversed, I have no idea how that works. So what, just being pretty and curvy, then I can be like a shitty person? I don't think that would work in my relationship personally, but I mean, to each their own, I guess.
Have you ever been in a situation where it showed you that pretty privilege is a real thing?
It is very much a real thing. Pretty privilege is very much a real thing. And I experience it a lot. And I'm not saying I'm pretty, but if I go out and I don't have my hair done, I don't have makeup, I'm dressed like I'm at home and I go somewhere, yeah, people are like, whether it's service workers or just a cashier or whatever, they come off a little rude. Whereas if I get dressed up, have hair and makeup done, I definitely get treated way nicer, better. I don't even know the words for it, but pretty privilege is real, whether you're big, small, tall, short. I mean, do you experience that? I'm sure you do. Not to say you're pretty.
I'm pretty. I'm definitely not pretty. I'm definitely not pretty. I don't know
you are
what,
as an attractive person.
I don't know what that's like.
The lies.
I just be out here. I just be in the world, and you know, being that you gain, you know, this following on social media. Do you find yourself getting recognized? I mean, outside of dance class, like just in your everyday life?
It's happened a couple times. It doesn't happen as often as friends or family think it happens. But it's probably happened a handful of times where people have come up to me. You know, I've been in the nightclub. A girl has come up to me and was like, oh my God, I know you from social media, asked for a photo. Again, like when I was in Tampa with Red Bull, I had a couple people come up to me and it felt surreal because it's like, I still don't see myself in that light. Whereas you're an influencer or, you know, whatever the title people want to give me, I still don't see that as being reality. So when it does happen, the handful of times it happens, it's like, oh, okay.
It definitely does feel surreal because the way people see me and they view me as this guy, this powerful voice, I don't see myself like that. Maybe I should start to see myself like that, but I don't because I feel like it's my duty to just be humble. Like when you see me, it's just like, you want to say what's up? I'm very approachable. I've taken pictures a bunch of times, and people who are close to me, I be out. People who are close to me, they know that I don't like taking pictures at all. So the fact that I'm out,
with me? Can we get a picture?
Way, no way.
Sorry, guys.
But I take it with them because I don't care. Normally, because you know when you take pictures, people like to see what they look like. I don't know what it looks like. I don't grab their phone. I don't be like, let me see how I look. Let me take another one. I just whatever you got is what you got.
Right.
You happy with it? I'm cool. I probably look like shit, but now I feel like. Do you find yourself, because you're on social media now, that when you go out, you. Like with me now, when I go out, I always make sure I'm kind of picture ready just in case. Like whereas before social media, I wouldn't even care. But now it's like I feel like I have to be presentable just in case?
I wouldn't say it's due to social media. It's more my upbringing. Like growing up all the time, it would always be my dad over my mom. Like, oh, did you do your hair? Is that what you're wearing? So like I've always been one to always look presentable when going out. Not to say I don't. There's days where obviously I get up and if I have to go, I have to go. Like whether it's taking the kids to school. Yeah, I literally just rolled out of bed. I don't have the time to, make myself presentable. But I think it has more to do with my upbringing, not necessarily social media, if that makes sense. I mean, if I run into somebody like looking homeless, I run into somebody looking homeless.
Listen, if you catch me like that, you catch me like that.
Right.
It's definitely it definitely feels good though. It does. I've never experienced this type of attention in my life. So when people come up to me and they tell me how my videos helped them or it changed them, it makes me feel good. Like I'm going through the Florida mall and people's yelling out sensational at me.
Oh, wow.
It's a little. I want to say I'm kind of an introvert, but it puts me like I'm like, oh, okay.
You don't like attention?
It's cool, but I'm. It may not seem like it, but I'm very shy.
Really?
Like I'm very shy. I can be.
Okay.
But when it happens like that, it's like sometimes I go out in the world and I just want to be invisible because I don't know.
You're 6'7".
Am I? You know what? Let's just clear the air real quick.
Not your Instagram handle. I'm saying
no. Let's clear because I get
6'7".
people DM me, and if you go through comments, you'll see people. I don't know if they trolling me or whatnot, but they ask me, "Are you really 6'7"? I could literally pull up so many DMs, and I ignore them purposely because I'm like, you trolling. Am I, in your opinion, 6'7"?
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. True.
Okay. So the thing is, my husband is 6'3". So being you 6'7", that's what, 4 inches taller.
Am I taller than him?
You are, yes, obviously taller than my husband. So yes, you are 6'7", but I just envisioned something taller than I guess what you actually are. So, but being that you are 6'7", I'm sure you get noticed.
Yeah, I get noticed a little bit.
Wow, that's a tall person.
I get a lot of the times I get noticed. I'm with my wife when I'm with my wife and my daughter when people notice me. So it's like people who think that my wife is non-existent or people who they're always saying like, why you don't never show your wife? My wife gets seen with me in public. I don't not go out in public with my wife. I just keep my life, my personal life private, offline. But if you see me outside, you're gonna see me with my little girl, you're gonna see me with my wife. And if you feel like you need to report back to Instagram or TikTok, like, yo, I saw him.
It'd be like
or
the
take
alien
a sneak
incident.
like
nobody had their phones.
that Miami alien incident was wild.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I mean, it could be that when you see aliens, they do something that disrupt the signal and it makes the picture blurry.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Who knows? Who knows?
That's beyond me.
But yeah, no, I definitely keep my personal life, my kids, my husband very private just because they didn't sign up for social media. I barely even signed up for social media. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. So if one thing is being a mom, my job is to protect my kids. And so I don't plan on putting them on social media. I know my son wants to be a YouTuber. He wants to do gaming and he does. But as far as like being on my platform, especially because my platform is not kid friendly, I would assume. I don't know.
What is kid friendly nowadays? These kids know everything.
So I keep that. Social media is just that, social. It's not it's not personal media. It's social media. So you're not going to get my private life on there. So what you see is literally dance and maybe extra outings or here and there, but they very much exist. They're not the aliens from Miami.
Yeah. I mean, it would have been nice to be there. Honestly, I would have loved to encounter something like that.
You believe in aliens? I do.
I believe in a lot of things. Who am I to think that?
Wait, hold on. Do you believe in mermaids?
It's a possibility.
It's one sitting right here, right next to you.
Oh, whoa. Whoa, I don't know.
Just kidding. I do believe. I believe in a lot of things. I
mean,
there's more than just us. There's got to be.
First of all, forget humans. And anything that is not human could be looked at as alien. Whether they
like a fish,
roaches, grasshoppers, fishes, bears, anything that doesn't look human could be considered an alien. So what's to say that there's other things? Whales, sharks. Use a fool. Okay. That was a good one. I see what you did there.
What's your biggest phobia? Do you have one? Mine are roaches, believe it or not. I don't
like
the flying one.
I don't like water bugs. Out here they call them palmetto bugs.
Right, the flying ones.
One flew in my face out here.
And their wings go like 1,000 miles.
I don't keep that to yourself. I know.
Phobia. I don't. If I see them, panic attack.
Spiders too for me.
I like spiders.
No, you can't like spiders and you like roaches, and you can't not like roaches and like spiders. They both got the same legs.
No, spiders. They're so cute.
What spider's cute?
All of them.
You're bugging.
A roach. I see what you did there. A roach is not cute. They're ugly. They're brown. They look gross. Spiders are cute.
So because they brown, they gross. I'm brown. So when they brown, they gross.
Oh my God, here we go. No, now you're going to have all social media hating me.
No, they don't.
They look like, no. No. Anyways, spiders, they catch insects, they eat the bugs. Spiders are helpful. Don't kill the spiders. You kill spiders?
No comment. No comment. You ain't about to have nobody coming after me. No comment. I don't know what you're talking about. Everything lives around me. Okay. Everything. Everything lives. If you weren't doing social media, what do you think you would be doing right now?
Ooh. Just a stay-at-home mom. I'm already doing the stay-at-home mom life. So social media is just a plus at this point. It's
definitely a good tool for a lot of people. It has helped me. I want to say it's helped me mentally because people don't realize that I make these videos and it helps them, but they help me also because I read a lot of these comments. I read the feedback, even though I can't always respond. Sometimes when I make these videos, sometimes I'm down in the dumps. People don't know that because I don't show this through my videos.
Right.
I'm not the kind that, no shade to anybody who sets up their camera and cries
and
then posts it. I just can't do that. When I'm crying in my videos, it's to make you guys laugh. But sometimes it pulls me from a dark place when I see the amount of love I get. But I think people have this idea that other people with large followings on social media are like invincible.
That's not the case at all. We're very much real people.
Yeah.
Real feelings.
Real feelings, real pain, real hurt, all of the above. But they don't realize that they help me just as much as I help them. And it's a beautiful thing. It works both ways. The only difference is I can't respond to everybody. It's very hard. And I want to. In the beginning, when I first started, I was interacting a lot, but now it's just like I would need an assistant, and I never want
hire me.
I never want anyone to DM me or have a comment respond from my account and it's not me. Because you know, when some people are so big, they have people that answer their DMs.
Right.
They respond to comments that don't really be them. So it's it's not genuine. Obviously I can't keep up with everything, but just know in the slight chance that you get a message back from me, it's going to be me all the time, 100%.
Yeah, no, same. I wish I could respond to all of my messages, or even comments or, it's a lot. Sometimes it's overwhelming and it's just the few that do get response, you just happen to be lucky that I was on at that time or responding at that time. But yeah, I wish I could respond to everybody. We see all of your comments. We see all of them. Good ones, bad ones. I can't say I see all of my messages. Especially because now the way how Instagram is set up, and even I think TikTok, I don't think I can receive messages from
TikTok,
just anyone.
you can. I think you can set it to where only people you follow back can message you.
Right. So, but you know, if I'm able to respond, I respond because I'm not overlooking nobody. I'm not too good to respond to anybody, if that makes sense. Because again, we're regular people. And
I always find it funny when I do respond, and they were like,
"Oh my God, you responded."
"Oh my God, you respond." Yeah, man. I'm out here just like you, baby. I'm just a. The only difference between you and I is I have a larger following. That's it. So it makes it harder for me to get back to you. Not because I don't want to get back to you. Because if somebody sees me, like when I'm out in the mall or whatever, and they want to chop it up and talk, I'm going to talk. I'm not going to be like, unless I'm really there to like execute what I'm at the mall to get. Right. But
that happened to me one time.
I'll talk. Like I'll talk.
I saw T.I. at Target. Oh, he was so mean to me.
Was he? Seriously?
He didn't even make eye contact. He looked into the distance and was
Did you say something to him?
Yeah. The thing is, I saw him walk by and I'm like, damn, that looked like T.I. I was like, then I saw Tiny. I said, oh shit, that's T.I. They're in the kids section at Target. Mind you, the side of town I live on, like nobody's there. It was a slow season. Like nobody was in the store. They're about to close. Their security guard wasn't even by them. And I went up to him and I asked if I could get a photo. And he's like, nah, I can't do that right now, Shawty. Just trying to get my stuff and get out. I was like,
oh, with the ATL accent.
Yes, I was like,
Shawty, hit you with the shawty.
Like, bro, the amount of time it took you to say that, we could have taken a picture. But he didn't make eye contact.
Where was Tiny in proximity to him?
She was probably like, I don't know, 2 like clothing racks down because they were in like the children's clothing section. She wasn't far. She was right there and she was looking at him.
I mean, she got to know that these things happen to both of them. I mean,
right, but it was just like, damn, y'all wouldn't be nothing with your fans, but okay.
Not saying that that's your hero.
No.
But that a lot of people, they would say like, you know, that's why you don't meet your hero because, you know, it's not what you expect when you meet them.
And I remember I took it to social media. I was like, okay, well, let me make a video about this. The amount of hate that I got. You're not entitled. They don't owe you nothing. This, that, and the third. And it's just like
shit like that. I wouldn't even because I know the backlash that's coming from that. So I don't even. If you
met somebody like I've met a lot of celebrities growing up. My dad used to actually drive for a lot of them, basketball players, musicians, all of them, and they would all take the extra time, take a picture, autograph, all of that because they appreciate their fans. Because what are you without your fans? And literally that whole sentence, we could have been click and kept it moving. Nobody was in the store. Nobody knew who you were. Like, be for real.
I can say with the most certainty that in this social media game, I am nobody without my followers.
Right.
Who am I? Like I'm.
Yeah. Who are you? What's your name?
I am yours truly, the host of this very new podcast.
I'm 6'7".
Episode 1, the sensational one, also known as I'm 6'7". Mm-hmm. To some,
5'4".
I may not be 6'7", but you know, I've never met people who I've looked up to, like celebrity wise, in person. Online, I have.
Okay.
'Cause I'm followed by a few celebrities, which like, you know, I don't have fan moments. I don't have these, but there's very few that can get that out of me. And I'm followed by some that, you know, very nice people. Well, one, Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, really?
That was a very cool interaction. This is somebody this was like TV dad to me. This was the GOAT to me. But him and Denzel, to me, my time growing up, these guys were it. And
yeah, because you up there.
Right. Yeah, I wish. But we had a cool interaction, and he is one of like the people that actually handles his own account.
Okay.
And it was just like a moment for me. It was like, wow, people like he watches my stuff and I watch him from a kid growing up. So I don't know. It was just one of those moments for me. Like, have you had like one of those moments for you in social media that was like,
I would say
wow.
the only social media moment, this happened recently, actually. So once I recently became a Fabletics partner, my first outfit that they sent me was the Khloe Kardashian collab. It was my first video, my first time making, the partner post, and Khloe saw it. She reposted it on her social media. She liked my video. She didn't comment or anything, but it's just like, and anyone who knows me knows that I don't get starstruck. I see celebrities as like they're regular people. They just either have a lot of money or a lot of fame. That's it. So I don't get starstruck. I don't, like I said, when I saw T.I., I hoped for a photo, but it wasn't like, oh my God, So when just knowing that she knows I exist, like knowing that, her collaboration with Fabletics, my very first post with Fabletics, my first, everything. And it's just like, it was seen, hit 1 million views, It's a wow moment. It's like, okay, they see me, they see me. And even when I first started social media, Lizzo commented on one of my videos. I don't know what video it was, to be honest. But a lot of people were posting in the comments, Lizzo, you have 24 hours to respond or whatever. And she ended up commenting on my video. So it's not like they don't see it. They may not always have time to like or comment, but I know I'm being seen.
Or maybe they just don't want to.
Maybe they don't like me. I don't know.
Who knows, man? Like, I always hear the saying, they even hated Jesus, right? So it don't matter when you get in social media. You gotta have thick skin because they're gonna come at you. It don't matter. It don't matter. Like right now, there's a video that's on my For You page on TikTok all the time. It's another 6'7" brother. His name is, I think it's J Fog. You may have seen it. Like he's walking through Target, and the caption says, "What would you do if you see me?" And so many people are stitching him. Like, oh, they're lighting a flame under him. But he's loving it, and it's giving him engagement, and that's the thing. Like he's not running and crying and leaving the internet. You can. There's been people to say plenty stuff about me. You can't run me off the internet. My skin thick. You can't.
Yeah, I'm thick too. I mean, my skin is thick too.
I see what you did there. Respectfully, of course.
Sensational. Am I going to get one of those?
I don't know.
In real time?
No, there's no telling. Social media has been a hell of a ride. You say you got a late start on the pandemic. I started in the beginning, and I had to get a hang of it. I got canceled twice for jokes.
What'd you say? Do you remember?
I made a.
Well, don't get canceled again.
No, I'm not. But see, I never made the. It was a joke, a trans joke, but the thing is, I never made it to be malicious. Like I don't have no hate towards. Like I have plenty trans women who follow me, bisexual men, gay men. But what I failed to realize is that, certain jokes aren't jokes to people. And I never did it to be malicious. I would never do that.
I guess almost like how we would take a fat joke.
Right. It's and it's not funny. But me going through social media was trial and error for me. Like not that like, oh man, I can't do that, or it's just not right. Like I'm more aware of people's feelings, and like everything ain't funny, and I understand, and I took a step back. It's like, okay, I've been made fun of. Like I was born with Tourette syndrome. Like I had this my entire life. I've been made fun of a lot, and I should have known better because certain things just ain't funny. You don't know what people go through and what that community endures, right? So it was stupid. It was insensitive of me, and I realized that people would say anything because controversy goes viral. And I don't really care about controversy to go, to make my videos get engagement. I'm going to post what I post, and I'm going to be me. Like like I said, that just goes back. Like you're never too old to keep learning. You can be educated every day until you die.
Right.
And I realized that I don't I don't need to put others down to try to build myself up. That just goes back into, oh, my friends are going to think this is cool. They're going to get a laugh, but then I'm hurting somebody else at the expense of this laugh.
Right.
And that's
so
not
what's
what
the cost?
And they were right to take my shit down. They 100% right. But, you know, you live and you learn. Again, you're never too old to make mistakes. I made plenty of mistakes. People like to think that I'm this perfect guy, or they say, yeah, I'll marry me. Like I made mistakes. I'm not a perfect guy. I probably will make mistakes in the future. Hopefully minor mistakes, nothing crazy like that. But
every day is a learning experience.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. This has been quite the experience. I never saw myself doing a podcast. I really thank you for coming through, because although my numbers are high on social media, this podcast game, like, I'm still a baby. I'm just getting my feet wet. So people don't really want to mess with you when things start out, because they're like, let me give it some time to see if, you know, he will flourish in this area, and then I'll come mess with him. And that's cool. I dig that, because I realize with social media, that's how it works. I've already experienced a lot of fake stuff already. The more you're on social media, the more a lot of things reveal itself. Everything ain't always what it seems on social media. Like, it's really not. And I'm learning that now, because I'm not on the outside looking in. Now I'm on the inside with all the people I was on the outside looking at. So, you know, again, I want to thank you for taking the time out.
Yeah. Thanks for trusting me too, for having me on this is your first podcast. This is my first podcast. So I thought it was, you know, really nice. Hopefully we could do this again.
It may have been a little bumpy along the way, but again, this is the first for me. Hopefully I get more comfortable as I go on, because again, this is something new, and but I like it, and I definitely want to keep doing it and seeing where I can go with it. I feel like I already kind of tackled social media. Now this is the next step for me to see where I can go, because I never want to you know. Why am I being called by my best friend right now? I'm not even gonna cut that out. He doesn't know what I'm doing right now. But
surprise.
But yeah.
I mean, what a way to celebrate 1 million followers on social media, between Instagram, and I don't know what your following is on TikTok, but I assume
TikTok I'm at
1 million.
1.4 on TikTok. On Facebook I'm at 1.1 million.
Okay.
And on Instagram, I'm over. I think I got 1,030,000 now. So it's like,
you up there.
It feels good.
Yeah.
I'm still a nobody, but I'm a somebody to a lot of people, and I'm appreciative of just people like seeing me as the guy that, you know, changes their lives. Because again, like before the pandemic, I was just a bus driver in New York. Now, now people know me, like, and it feels good. I think you share the same feeling.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know? So yeah, hopefully we can get this going again later on down the line. And again, I want to.
Yeah, we got to get you in a dance class.
I don't know about all that.
Yeah, we'll get you in a dance class, and we'll come back and we'll talk about the experience.